My name is Tom. I'm 60 years old. Just an ordinary eye doctor. My life had always been predictable, orderly until one day.
I'm sorry to inform you that your son has been killed, sir.
What?
A phone call from France shattered everything. That call left me numb, completely blanked out as I sat on the train to France. Watching the scenery flash by, all I could think of was his stubborn young face. He had given up his PhD to travel the world to walk what he called the way of St. James. At the time, I didn't understand. I thought it was a waste of life. To me, life meant stability, responsibility. But he once told me, "You're not really living, you're just alive." Back then, I didn't get it. In France, I saw his body cold, lifeless, yet heartbreakingly familiar. I couldn't even say Dad anymore. The pain buried deep in my heart finally broke free. The police captain told me he had been walking the Camino de Santiago. I held his pilgrim passport, barely a few stamps sand in that moment. I made a decision. I would finish the journey for him. I placed his ashes in a small box, put on his backpack, and began the long walk. At first, everything was hard, noisy hostels, strangers snoring and coughing, basic food, blisters. For a doctor like me, it felt like survival training, but I pressed on. Along the way, I met 3 fellow pilgrims, a chubby guy constantly looking for food while claiming to be on a diet, a writer in search of inspiration, and Sarah, a woman escaping an abusive relationship. We all had different reasons for walking, but somehow, we kept walking together. I never told them my real reason for being there. Until one day, the foodie caught me secretly scattering ashes. Then, they understood I was walking the path my son couldn't finish. I scattered his ashes along mountain tops, fields, quiet trails, and under crosses. Each time, it felt like I was gently touching his forehead, as if he had never really left. He was right there, walking beside me. And slowly, I began to understand what he meant. You're not really living, you're just alive. He wasn't wasting his life, he was chasing something real, freedom, passion, meaning. I started to understand him, to miss him, and to let go. The end of the trail was the cathedral in Santiago. The grand bells rang, incense filled the air, and we each received our certificates. On his, it read, Daniel Avery. He had started the journey. It was only right that he finished it. But as the 4 of us stood in front of the cathedral, something still felt incomplete. So we kept walking to the sea, the true end of the road. Standing before the roaring waves, we finally found peace. I let the last bit of his ashes go into the wind. The sea was wild, the wind fierce, but inside, I felt calm. It was time to say goodbye. And this time, I wasn't walking for him anymore. I was finally ready to begin walking for myself.